It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Utes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab at the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'd say from experience, you hate that. Like, You get to know each other. You go to the other school. Like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go and make a statement today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Johnson looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flat. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Flushed out of the pocket. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll start this drive firing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They go to the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Johnson wants to throw it. Got it on the outside. It's Robinson.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utah! Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Sayin. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Complete with conviction on the crosser. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Dances away to buy time. He'll throw it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. First 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion separation when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Napier. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Nicholson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hand.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The give out of the gun. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football
Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
To throw, it's Sayin. Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch, it's Tatum. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The toss to the outside. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
I think the offense was hoping the defense would be expecting inside runs, so they toss it trying to use the speed to get to the outside, but the defense didn't bite. They were there to make a negative play and now set up 4th down.
Quarterback making checks. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. On 1st down. Working that left side now. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic. There he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
The sure hands, it's Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
To pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to loosen focus and drop that football.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
The number one job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure. The hit on the quarterback forces the INT. And then Oski, as soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Johnson wants to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
And the Utes are marching down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Green. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Utah! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tatum. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Sayin. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since... Whistle. They're up by 32 over Texas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeps it on the draw. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Utes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wilson to pass. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Utes have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, I love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Peoples. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sayin. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Graham. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
On a little time, lets it go. He's got it. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Johnson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Motion from the back. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Utah.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Utes.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end.
But forget that.
We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He might want another play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulsa is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no.
To the air on first down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He's taking the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 35. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
That's a first down for the offense.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Looking for space to the left. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
He's got it. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Utes want to move quickly. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Floating away. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one.